We'd like to show you today how you can make money while remodeling your home. We use the cost versus value report as well as real estate agents in our area to document ARV values to help homeowners turn their home into one that's worth more money, ideally more than it even costs to do the remodeling. Homeowners considering home remodeling should remember that this is not just money out the window. Of course, you do have to pay for the materials and labor for your project, but we have a few projects that we're talking about today that actually make homeowners a positive ROI. Who wouldn't want to remodel a space in their home if they actually made money doing it, right? We're going to unpack that for you here shortly. There are a few top home remodeling projects that actually make you more money in retail value than the cost to construct them. Doors, for example, are a great investment for homeowners. Doors are fun to open and close. There are so many stylish options with your new replacement doors. You can get an entry door, you can get a new garage door, and typically whatever the cost your contractor charges for materials and labor, you can almost double that amount for entry doors in added retail value. So who wouldn't want a $5,000 new entry door if it recouped around $8,000 in added retail value? A brand new garage door actually gets over 100% ROI, meaning that if you spent $3,000 on your new garage door, it would typically raise the value of your home around $6,000. More fantastic is that you get to open, close, and enjoy your new doors for years. On top of the value of your home goes up every year, historically over 10%. Stone veneer is another high quality home improvement that folks love. Stone veneer feels rich and high end, but did you know that you get over $1 in retail value for every $1 that you spend on materials and labor for stone veneer? So we think that you should splash the outside of your home with some natural stone or man-made stone. So for every $10,000 that you spend on beautiful natural stone, you get around $15,000 of added retail value. And you get to stare at that beautiful, sick designer stone veneer every time you come and go. Insulation is a product that literally sells itself. There's nothing more beneficial for your home than upgrading your attic insulation. Who knew that 2/3 of all the heat that escapes from your home in the winter escapes through the ceiling and can be easily improved? Insulating attics is fairly affordable and saves a ton of money. A drafty attic will lose so much heat that more than 50% typically escapes. Once we add new attic insulation, we reduce that to around 15 or 20% of the heat escaping. On average, you'll pay off the cost for energy efficient attic insulation in just 2 to 5 years with just the energy savings alone. If I saved you $80 a month and I charge you $80 a month, wouldn't that be a break even? In many cases, you actually make money the first day that we add insulation. If you just make minimum payments, the cost that you incur for insulating and the savings that you incur by having the insulation completely wipe themselves away. You might even make 20 bucks a month out of the deal. But after just 2 to 5 years, once you've paid off the insulation, then all that energy savings goes right into your pocket. Insulation provides so many solutions for homeowners, and it's so affordable, everyone should take advantage of it. Even beyond that, once you're no longer responsible for it, the next homeowner benefits. There's a product on the market for folks who need a new roof that consists of basically a sprayed on coating that covers the shingles. This product costs around 50% of what an entire new roof costs, but unfortunately does not resolve most of the issues with the old roof. See, when you tear off a roof, you get to expose the deck underneath the shingles. There's an opportunity to replace rotten wood. If there's mold, we can clean it. If there's vent issues, we can resolve them. We can put underlayment down and a good quality roofing system. But these products that are intended to seal and coat over existing shingles are a terrible investment. We meet homeowners that have this sort of a temporary solution, and just the following year or a few years later, they're back meeting roof replacement companies again for a replacement quote. If you were to need a $14,000 roof now and spend $7,000 for this type of coating, and then later need a replacement roof that now costs $16,000, you'd have spent around double what it should have cost to just replace the roof in the first place. And if there's rotten wood, that rotten wood only gets worse, not better over time. And of course, materials and labor for roof replacement go up every year. So we think it's wise to consider roof replacement versus coating over the shingles and the granules with a solution that doesn't include a roof replacement. So I've taken some time today to break down what types of remodeling projects have the best return on investment. We've talked about some of the projects that we feel have less strong and attractive return on the investment. We talked about real estate and major renovations and how the return on investment is so strong. I'd like to conclude that most remodeling work that we do doesn't quite return a 100% ROI, but averages between 60 and 80%. Now let's just take the median 70%. When you consider replacing your roof and the sticker shock of a $10,000 roof gives you hesitation, I'd like to assure you around 70% or $7,000 of that cost is instantly recovered in retail value. That means today you could replace your roof, tomorrow you could post your home for sale, and you should be able to recoup 70% of the total cost. This is pretty consistent with roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and more. Kitchen remodeling returns a high percentage, but refreshing a kitchen returns almost 100%, for example. So some smaller repair scopes are much more beneficial on the return of investment. And what we love to do for our customers is help navigate them through the process. We're told it's very confusing picking selections, choosing material, and deciding which rooms and spaces around the home to remodel. And so we, free of charge, lead customers through their journey to understand what places on the home should be remodeled sooner and which one should be done later, and which materials might be the best to choose so that you end up with high ROI home remodels. So there's a number of things that you can do to get started today. First, we create a tool that's super easy to get started. Go to miremodelers.com and you can plug in some details about your project and we'll get you a ballpark price to get started in just minutes. Then you can give us a call or reach out and we'll consult with you free of charge to assist you in making selections and decisions about your remodeling project. Let us help you work through the process because it's confusing for homeowners who don't know, and this is what we've built our business on.